Me and my GF were camping in a car in some forest. Apparently, in a 1 km radius there is a war burial ground, but take it with a grain of salt and not too sure. Myself and we got into a fight as we usually do, but this fight started from nonsense and escalated extremely to the point of physical violence, and I bled. I didn't hit her back BTW, and she told me that she hopes I die in my car, and I told her I wish she died too. She threw my gifted necklace somewhere outside, but after some time we calmed down and forgave and began searching for the necklace, and it was nowhere to be found. We searched for hours, throwing her cross necklace to track my gifted one by trajectory. We began thinking maybe when it gets dark a phone flash will help. It got dark. We searched for hours but nothing. We gave up and decided to sleep and watch movies and wait till next morning. I remember specifically having her necklace in my pocket, and she does too. I jumped in the trunk of the car. We were watching movies, and stuff like food and bottles of water just began disappearing out of the blue when they were right there in the car. At first, we brushed it off, then I got chills with her and decided that it's because we threw the cross. I wanted to get it out of my pocket, and turns out it's not there at all. We got scared after we jumped in the front seats and tried driving away, and the dirt road seemed way longer, and even Waze GPS app began glitching, and I began praying and the app came back, and we went to the main highway road around 1 a.m. BTW. I was pretty scared and drove not too fast. Then random animals like deers and cats were just waiting by the side of the road and looking at us. We were scared and we slowly drove. Then, when driving through a place where it's just tall grass and no place for pedestrians, I saw some weird brown thing and I was scared, but I brushed it off as maybe would. Then my GF screamed to drive fast. I sped up scared shitless, and I was asking her what was it. She said nothing, drive to not scare me. What she saw was a figure like an old grandma wearing a leather coat and a purple scarf looking at us, and her eyes were glowing. We drove back to town where there were street lights, and somehow most of the J10s we lost appeared in places where we would definitely seen, and it would be even impossible for them to appear there since we never put it there. We were scared shitless, and when it got light outside we slept, and when we woke up we drove to the same place in the forest to search for the gifted necklace again, and we searched for half an hour and couldn't find it. I decided to pick up the garbage we threw in the forest. I picked it up and somehow the gifted necklace appeared on the ground right next to the car where we would have seen 100 of times when searching. We made a conclusion that because we wished each other death in a car, that the plan was for the entities to scare me. So I speed up and an animal jumps on the road and I panic and crash and die. What attacked us and why? Could our fight have invited bad spirits?